So the engineers will be working on the hospital?
They're going to find out for sure on how soon they can start.
So your
the
colleagues
planning
were,
process is in the motion, sir.
your colleagues were unable to confirm, because I know that obviously the engineers have gone in there to do the survey, but your colleagues were unable to confirm if your commander felt that work could be done, or when it would be started, or what the time scale would be, which in discussion with the mayor, we've decided it will be necessary for us then to consider the next option, which is moving to the alternate site, because currently where we're located, the hospital is not fit for the requirement. And for many reasons, we'll have to move out, not including the fact that the man who's in charge of the building is not being particularly cooperative, but the facility is unsuitable, the generator is struggling, and we are going to be going to the secondary site, and because we are we've had no confirmation or denial of what work can be done on the hospital.
And that being said, sir, there's going to be a large population wanting to seek the help from your hospital facility, your new hospital facility that you guys.
Believe me, as the we are well aware of this.
And we'll need to get the messaging out to these people to inform them of the situation.
Which is, I'm speaking to your colleagues again. Sorry, it's slightly confusing because obviously a lot of the things you've I've actually spoken to men dressed exactly like you 1 hour ago. So I'm feeling I'm having to repeat myself. Certainly, one of the things we were asking, if due to the findings of the report from the engineers, you are, due to the lack of information your colleagues were able to provide, and discussion with the mayor, we decided that clearly there's not going to be any immediate improvement in the circumstances in the main hospital, which would then, necessitate us to go to the new facility that the mayor has negotiated, which is another office building. It's certainly not 100% suitable for task, but is usable. As a result of that, I spoke to colleagues and listed for them one of the things that we would be asking your organization to do, your forces to do, is to help us get the message out to advise our population on where the facility is moving to, what its abilities are, capabilities are, who should go there and for what reasons, etc. But also to somehow include in this messaging and reinforce the idea that all is well, that the situation is under control, the city is providing facilities. I emphasize very strongly to colleagues the concerns we have in the city, that and the small pebbles of discontent, the small pebbles of public concern don't take long to become the landslide of mass panic. And any breakdown in services that then people start to perceive that the city, the infrastructure is unable to provide a basic need, would be of great concern to all of us. So yes, we wanted to see what you could do to help us develop and bring into line the new facility, but also to get the message out and supporting the people about how we are working to make sure that everything is.
And that's a huge immediate concern of your people. I want to reassure you that we understand this, and this is one of the things we would like to get out and inform the local population of where to go, where the resources will be in order until the first hospital A is up and running. And that being said, sir, we would also like to get out messaging in regards to the security situation out here. In your opinion, our forces have pushed out the WIA significantly. In your opinion, do you feel that this environment now is relatively a lot more safer than it was a few days ago before we arrived?
As I discussed with your colleagues, you are as newcomers here.
Yes, sir.
You have come in very heavy-handed. I mean, I suggest, for example, how you walked into my office. I am sat here, I have no weapon, I have no armed personnel. Yet you come to a meeting and you have a man standing behind you. So I say you've come in quite heavy and forceful. We have lived as a people and as a city with the activities and influences of the WIA for some time. These are people from here. Some of them are neighbors, some of them are people that others went to school with. Yes, you have obviously pushed the frontline overt forces away, but I believe any true idea that those who are sympathetic or those who are active members are not in the city is somewhat naive. It is, I am, without, obviously I am a citizen here as well, and I will be under as much scrutiny as many others. I must tell you that I am not of the opinion, and many others not of the opinion, that the problem has simply gone away.
Yes, sir.
The problem has simply gone into suspension.
But like our purpose is to mitigate the hostilities in order for us to conduct everything that needs to happen in the future in regards to getting the hospital back and getting everybody medically aid that's about to be brought in, where to go find it and everything, and as well as to get local, especially internally displaced people moving into the area aware of the routes in which to take in so they can
How many people are you anticipating coming in? People are doing a lot more? People already
No, from the average amount that are coming in and still flowing in. We're taking into consideration about not getting in the way of our vehicles as well as the IOs and NGOs.
The streets are not just meant for your vehicles.
Yes, sir.
The streets were not built for your vehicles.
We
The
understand
streets
that.
are not. It is the people of the city who have built the streets, who have paid for the streets. So they are not your property to move through.
That being said, of course, we are here in your home, in your neighborhood, but we are bringing resources with us that need to get to certain areas in order to get these hospitals up and running. If you can understand it that way, instead of just moving fighting troops along the borders, think about our engineers, our medical equipment, our humanitarian aid needs to get from point A to point B, and we just want to get the local population cleared away so we can get effectively and fast to where it's got to be. That's what I was trying to convey here. Not that we want combat troops moving through the roads and we want people out of the way. That's not what I was trying to do.
I understand your desire to have us facilitate your moves and your operations.
That's right.
I understand your need to get that. Obviously, at the same time, you are asking us for things, yet when we have asked for what I believe relatively small things from the United Nations, it's the United Nations, not EU, not the United Nations, we've had nothing in confirmation. The hospital is of great concern to the mayor, to the council, and of course to the people. Once I spoke to your colleagues 1 hour ago, who after a discussion, the previous meeting that was held, and the fact that people were going to conduct a survey and decide on what could be done, nothing has been said to us yet.
Could you tell me, sir, what would you like to happen? Or we can certainly write that down, pass it up right away.
Very simply, I would like my hospital returned to fully functional capability within a very short space of time.
And we're working hard on that right now. So
Well, like I say, your colleagues were unable to confirm or deny any efforts to bring. When I referred to the survey that was carried out, I was simply told that there were no results and they were requesting more access. And I'm surprised there were no results because I was expecting a report or something on the findings to be made available so that we knew when to expect work to begin, what level the work would be carried out, and when the hospital would be functional so we could then move forward. I've not heard anything like that. The health and welfare of my people, unfortunately, is a greater priority to me than your access to our city.
yes, sir.
I would certainly say to go around.
Yes, sir.
I have not received anything yet from the United Nations saying what they are doing to help us, simply that apparently we're in the way.
And I don't want you to feel that way, sir, because we very much understand the situation here. Back home in Canada, when we have a population that has suffered from a disaster, whether it be natural or just a social issue, that we will do whatever we can to get what these people need in order to sustain themselves and bring
Back home in
stability.
Canada, people traditionally cook meals on open fires and have one small hospital to service 800,000
No, sir.
people.
But during a serious disaster, such as a flood, a mudslide, these facilities do get damaged, do get
I would suggest that Canada has a far greater ability to repair those, probably greater access to finances than our city does. The circumstances between Canada and here are somewhat different. I am trying to, yes, we empathize with your needs and we'll do what we can to trying to say is so far I've been offered nothing in return. We have not, our priority now, we are trying to manage a city. We are outside the city, there is conflict. Coming into the city is continuous streams of refugees. We are trying to negotiate and work with any number of NGOs, all which appear to have slightly different agendas and requirements to do things. We are working with, you may not see yourself in such light, but we are working with what is effectively in many people's eyes an invasion force. Like I say, you do not come across as a very soft organization. So we're trying to negotiate with a force such as yourself, whilst we see our city increase in swelling in numbers, with people all requiring some form of medical help. Our main medical facility has gone offline. We are now trying to set up some sort of medical facility in a completely unsuitable location. And every time I say, how is that going? How are we able to improve? I'm simply told it's under investigation, and something will be done. Oh, and can you do more to help us?
Well, so let me bring some light into that topic, because I was just sitting in a meeting with the island NGOs as well as their service groups, and they were just speaking about the progress they're about to make and what the resources they need. So, to bring it to you, to make it clear for you, sir, our understanding is that we have resources being brought from the IOs, such as blankets, water treatment capability. So we are going to be working together right now. We just had the meeting just previously before this.
They've agreed. I mean, again, one of the agreements I made with the colleagues was that they were going to go to try and set up a roundtable meeting with us, with the NGOs, with your command structure to discuss this very matter.
Yes, sir.
Are you telling me that meeting has happened and we were not involved?
We were just talking about resources that we could bring to the table. Of course, there's going to be a future meeting in regards to the whole team brought to the table, so we can discuss this more further. But I just want to bring some more light to the information here, bring some more information to you, to show you that we are currently proactively working towards finding out what we can do before this meeting happens with you guys. I believe you guys will like all the information that can be presented to you when we do all coagulate for the meeting.
Are you able to bring the hospital to functionality within the reasonable space of time?
What is a reasonable space of time to use?
Well, we believe that our current facility that we're in will become non-functional, and there are, like I say, there are two principal things. The man who owns the facility is unhappy with us there and requesting us to leave, but we believe that the generator currently powering the facility has, due to the load that's been placed on it, probably will become non-functional anytime within the next week. So we will have to evacuate that facility within another week. Now, yes, we may have reduced certain numbers by sending out the elderly who were caring for back to their families. So it's likely to provide a service for up to 100 or so patients, if not more, plus the swelling numbers of refugees, all who seem to have injuries or illnesses. If we are unable to move back to our hospital at the end of this week, we will have to move again to another substandard facility.
Right.
So, ideally for me, we would move from where we are back into our hospital.
I don't mean to interrupt, but the landowner, could you possibly give us maybe contact information? Maybe we can get in touch with him.
I do not have his, it is a contact of the mayor's. The mayor is not here at the moment. I will endeavor to get that contact. Again, it is someone, I do not have a name. The mayor has, as you said, it is a friend of his. It is that kind of society.
Also, would it be offensive if I took a picture of that?
No, please. That's just trying to think what we, and you see, the main priority for us is this continuity of healthcare. And like I say, ideally for us would be to move back into our facility. Can the United Nations forces say, yes, we've conducted a survey, which we have done, and from our survey, we can have that hospital back in operation in 5 days' time. That is what I'm looking to get.
So that being said, I understand this is a mutual understanding that the hospital is the number one concern, and we've got to get to the people. We have to let the people at least know until it's up and running where to go.
It is, I wouldn't say it's our number one concern. It's one of our number one concerns. We wish this whole situation was not happening at all. We would rather not see foreign national forces on. We would rather be living in peace and prosperity.
In order to
One
get
of our immediate concerns is the provision of health care. And this is what we're still waiting for, is to hear, is there an ability to get the hospital back into function? Or are we now being told, I've not received an answer or get yes or no, it makes it very hard for us to plan. If the UN forces would say, we can do something, it can be done by now, we can plan. If it would say, we are unable to do something, which is what we're not able to do, but at least it gives us position to plan.
We understand that, you know, we want to get your hospital up and running, but the quicker we get these rules clear, the more we can bring in resources, and we can figure out, you know, what we can provide you to help you fix your hospital. But we need to get people off the road so that they don't get injured, and they're not going to be clogging up your hospital. We've got a lot of stuff, a lot of machinery, and it's big, it's faulty, and yes, I know, they're good roads, yes they are. But we want to make sure that we bring in all the stuff, the good stuff. We have NGOs, all the financial aid,
Well, can you, obviously, I mean, the people move around the city in
but
many
if
ways.
we can get somebody like the mayor to back, say a messaging program for us.
We would need to have, I mean, you've seen the map of the city, we would need at least a description of the routes and roads that you would be looking at using.
Okay.
And if we could get that to you, sir, then maybe we can start.
Then at least we could say yes or no, or discuss timings. For example, many of these roads, they are the lifeblood of the city. It is not just your movements. I mean, again, we're a city of 800,000. We have to bring in food. We have to bring in.
Well, we want to bring in all the other that stuff too. But as soon as we get our resources and we can pull them together with all the other organizations, and we can focus on helping the problems be more situated. When everything's stuck way far away, we can't really relay everything back to each other.
We would need to see which routes you were planning on using,
Okay.
and what kind of load you'd be putting on.
I'm sorry to cut this short. We gotta get going. Can I get your phone number? If that would be helpful.
I'll see if I have a number that you can contact me on. Sorry, the breakdown of the power grid and everything else, we are consistently short of things. I believe I have a card that goes to one of my phones that I can have access to charging. Just get rid of some of the details. There's no confusion. So there's no confusion. There is a phone number on that card you may contact me on.
Right,
Thank you very much.
You know when the actual mayor will be back, sir?
The mayor is, I'm sure like your commander, has many pressures. I do not necessarily follow every move he makes. He has expressed a desire, as I mentioned to your colleagues that came earlier, to be part of a meeting that we've requested for tomorrow to discuss the final resolution of which direction we'll be going with the hospital. He's expressed a desire to be there, but his concerns expand beyond these concerns as well. He is a man who has to maintain a political position. And there are, at the moment, many different pressures and things pushing on him.
Yes, sir.
That's why he's away at the moment.
He's a busy guy, right?
We can say that, yes.
All right, sir, I hope to stay in contact with you.
Thank you very much.
Give you
Yes,
some follow-up information on the situation with the hospital, sir. I'll look into that for you.
Remember, we are trying, we would like to know what can be done and
Yes,
when.
sir.
That is what we're trying to plan on.
Is there a good time to contact you?
You may call me on at any time. I can relay it to the mayor and something like that.
Okay, thank you very much.
You guys are outside.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm all over it.
You guys get the copy?
I lost it.
Go. Get on. Relegated apprentice.
We've been benched.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, right?
No, it's cool, man.
I was just trying to fucking speed it along because we ran.
Sir, we have a fair bit of time. This is why I was trying to hurry you guys up. Yeah.
We have a fair bit of time.
You'll see. All right? It's all good, bro.
We tried.
That was tough because he was trying to steer you in that rabbit hole of the whole hospital thing when that's already been covered. I don't like. That was difficult because.
No, he had his agenda and we had ours.
But the thing is, did you sense that little fucking hook that he gave you at the very end with the mayor?
Hey, you got any NGO stuff you can give me?
You want to elaborate on that?
Well, he's a very busy man.
We ain't got nothing.
He has his own political agenda. I would have been like, well, what kind of political agenda is he associated with? Does he work?
We're gonna.
Yeah, but that's the thing, we're running out of so much time.
Yeah, I know. If I had more time, I would have been like, because I sense that he has some good information on.
what?
Because we already have a feeling that the mayor's crooked. So, anyways.
No, that's good. That's a good angle. I didn't think of that. We could question him and be like, you know, the mayor's busy all the
That's
time.
why-
Like, what the fuck? Where is he? Like,
That's why I brought it up, like asking, like, okay, like when is he back? He's your mayor, like if
What about our task with the immediate printing facility?
that we were
That would've
using
been-
facilities.
that was
That was
something
this
we
morning,
should have
wasn't
asked. No, that was something we should have asked him.
Hey, one quick point there.
Yeah.
Chief of Staff.
And another thing is, yeah, with the whole hospital thing, I would have been like, understand, sir, like, we had
Got it.
our
Thank
other
you.
team. No, not that. I wouldn't try and cut it off, but I'd be like, sir, like, all these points have already been actually mentioned, like you said, to our other team. My chief concern is actually focusing on the messaging and getting it out to the people so they know where to go and what to do. No, it's okay. You did fucking great.
So Zero Alpha is aware of the situation?
It's just, it's tough when you have someone like that, like, that's literally like channeling you in a conversation.
Yeah.
He's good. Like, that guy's good. No, but that guy's good. I don't know if I would have done any better, but